I'm like a I'm such a Jack Black fan. If I was in a situation where I could just hang out with him, I feel like we'd become instant best friends.
Likes to sing songs, all that good shit.
I love randomly breaking out into song all the time. Hi, this is Mal Levy with FM Music Management, and you're watching Metal Up Your Glass.
We're here with Mal Levy.
Levy, actually.
Levy. Oh,
yeah,
Mal Levy. Boop. Hi, we're here with Mal Levy. Thanks for joining us. She is the artist manager for FM Management and has been in the industry for quite a while. We're happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so how the show goes is we basically just hit up people in the industry that we want to promote and make you some glass. We talk a little bit about industry shit. If you have anything to plug, you fucking go ahead and talk about what's upcoming for you. And then you just otherwise enjoy the show. We might throw some trivia at you, metal related, of course. But do you smoke weed is an important question.
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, sorry. My dad says that all the time, so I had to say.
I love it.
Yes. A lot of weed, yes, very much every day. It's a big part of my life.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're originally a bong company. Started back in 2001. Been at this quite a while. So we're going to make you a bowl today. We're going to send the apprentice Cole in. He's been with us for about a year now. But you have an interesting career. A lot of cool people on your roster. The Garza podcast caught my attention there. Yes. And saw you're with the...
big fans.
Insane Clown Posse. And that's pretty Which
sweet.
Is
really cool.
It's an experience. Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, I've known Garza forever because I used to be like, I guess like their day-to-day manager for Suicide Silence with another company that I was at years ago. So I've remained super, super close friends with the Suicide Silence guys. Like I call them like my brutal brothers, and I love them. Cool. Yeah, they're my favorite people like ever. And then Chris just kind of randomly asked me just a few months ago if I would be interested in managing the podcast. And I was like, duh. It's like, you need to really, I mean, we had a call about it and then like, it was pretty immediate. So it's been really awesome so far.
Awesome. We got to hang out and get way too high with those dudes on the bus.
Tour, yeah.
We did a espresso bar in Pittsburgh for him on the Chaos and Carnage tour. That was a wild time.
I actually spent $420 with them on that exact tour, and it was
nice.
It was a time. I brought one of my best friends with me. I bring her to like every show out here, and I was like, just so you know, you're not leaving this show sober, like by any means at all. So it was fun. It was a good time,
We smoke a lot of weed here. We're a bong company, so.
As you should.
Just tell us about what your favorite parts of being an artist manager are and what your favorite events have been lately.
Oh, man. My favorite thing ever about management. So, like, I started in the music industry at a ridiculously young age. Like, I bought my first book on music business in the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, I always wanted to do something. So, like, my mom was, like, a metal singer in Brazil. And, like, I grew up listening to, like, like active rock radio and, like, White Zombie and Metallica and stuff like that. Like, that's what my mom would have on. And so I started, like, working with bands really young. And I always just like the idea of developing artists from the ground up. Like, when I got into the more pro level, like, I'd say 11 years ago was when I hit, like, the big leagues. I started working for really massive artists right out the gate, which was awesome. And I learned a lot. But my favorite thing was taking what I learned there and putting it towards developing up and coming acts, basically making people's dreams come true, or at least trying to, is the
Oh, yeah.
entire reason I'm a manager.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really awesome.
And as far as like events, you know, I love incarceration. The owner, Dan, he's a friend of mine, and I think incarceration, I mean, is now owned by DWP. And all the DWP festivals are phenomenal every year. I mean, they just kill it. I go to a lot of them. But Ink has become like, I think, one of my new favorites. I don't know. It's like a different energy. It's like on the place of, you know, the Shawshank prison. It's just cool.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we got to hang out up there and see Rita and the crew and Amy McDermott, if you're familiar with her. She was with the Slipknot crew the day we were there. But
That was Sunday.
yeah, Sunday, something like this. But we got to tour the prison. It's
It's
fantastic.
a really wild place. It's super creepy.
You guys, I did the tour by myself. I gave myself a self-guided tour alone in that prison.
Oh
On the
my
last
God,
day.
you're so brave.
And I smoked weed in one of the cells too with a ghost.
Nice.
What's your favorite way to smoke?
Honestly, just like a bowl. It's easy. It works. It gets it done. That's my vibe, you know.
Then you're gonna love
Oh,
this shit. Hell yeah.
I'm stoked on it. I'm so excited about it.
We're trying to figure out what to put on it. Our thing is kind of like doing merchandising where we'll put like a logo on the front.
Pantera themed. Do Pantera theme. That's all I want.
We absolutely can do that. We actually got to do some videography for those guys on this past run.
That's cool.
They were like our first big customers, House Court Records, as far as making pipes for bands on tour go.
I love it.
So go way back with them and love Pantera ourselves. So we can totally do a crew pipe that we did for them on the tour. We'll send out a thrash tray too.
I dig that. I mean, I have a big old Pantera tattoo, so everyone that knows me,
fucking badass.
Awesome.
I wonder if I can make it appear without. I'm like wearing shorts, and it's kind of weird. But let me see if I can do this. There it is.
Oh hell yeah!
All right,
that's what's up.
I don't know if you can see it. I got mine on the wrist there.
Is it a CFH? Yeah, I see it. Cool. Yeah, mine says CFH, get your pull, 101 proof.
Yes.
Yeah. That's badass. I saw some amazing shit you pulled off after the Blue Ridge deal. You put a show together in like no fucking time at all, packed it in, and made everyone happy.
It was so cool, man. Yeah, I can't, and I refuse to take all of that credit because it's not all me that did it. It was in.
I saw it through your Facebook, so I can't really say otherwise.
No, you're good. I just, yeah, it was. I teamed up with Smart Punk Records because like they're buddies of mine and AKT, and we just we were just texting about it. We're like, we got to do something, and they had some bands that they were talking to, and then those didn't work out. And I was like, hey, like I've been a promoter plenty of times, like. Let me see what I can do. And I think I booked it in like 6 hours. It was really fast. I was just calling friends.
I was watching like,
crazy.
Oh man, this shit's fucking going off the rails. I had fucked my leg up or something, or we were gonna be there for some reason. So I'm sitting there watching all the shit unfold, and I'm like, oh, thank fucking dude, we didn't go down there.
It was nuts. It was cool. I mean, the show was fun. Like I just was basically just calling friends that I knew in bands and like managers of bands that were set to play and who I could get. Like, it's actually funny because one band that the singer said he wanted to do it, it would have been even crazier because it's like a really, really, really big band. And he like emailed his manager with me on copy and was like, Mal's doing this thing. She's my friend. Like, I think it could be cool. And the manager didn't even like see the email until like Monday and just
man.
So that sucks, but it would have been insane. I mean, I don't even know how that would have worked. The band was honestly way too big for that venue anyway, but it would have been sick. But I was really happy with the bands that we got because we just essentially put 3 tour packages on. And some of which were playing Blue Ridge, some of which were not. So it was a really cool experience and it sold out in like 30 minutes.
That's
Um,
crazy.
it was nuts, and it was like a
Yeah,
600 cap venue, and it sold out in and we had over capacity by like I don't even remember how much, but there was a line
Yeah.
outside the whole entire day and night of it going on to get in.
Oh, wow.
There weren't enough
So
venues that night.
That's
it was
crazy.
crazy, and like it went off like easy. Like I mean, we had a bunch. It was a really very punk rock experience. Like we had fans jumping on stage like the whole time, and like the bands were cool with it. There everyone ran on time. There were no issues. Like it was so smooth, and like fans were coming up to me the whole night. Like they just I guess they recognized me from like posts I was making on the Blue Ridge thing and like hugging me and thanking me. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Like, thank you. Like this is I just hope you're having fun. And we just gave all the money to the bands. Like we didn't take any money. We just gave it to them.
Oh, wow.
So it was cool.
Yeah, that's super rad that you were able to
Badass.
manage that in such a short amount of time. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you. That was I'm super proud of, all of us who were involved because it was a lot really quick. Like we just and like the night before we all went out and just went out drinking and we're talking about it and we would have calls with like managers like at the bar and it was very DIY, but it was super rock and roll and I loved every second of it. So I would say in my career that was definitely one of the top things I think that I've been involved with for sure. It was really rewarding for sure,
For sure.
Well, Fanta, we appreciate your service for that.
Yes, definitely. And everybody else there did too. I guarantee it.
I hope we can do more of those. I mean, that was super fun. I would definitely want to keep doing like those little pop-ups and just kind of make it a thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I got my fingers crossed for you for sure.
Did you happen to catch any the Mudvayne tour that came through?
Dude, I wanted to. I really wanted to, but the closest show was like I think it was like 2.5 hours away, and like typically I wouldn't mind. Like I do drive out of my way for shows all the time, but like sometimes on my schedule it's a little rough. And because Butcher Babies were on that, and Carla told me to roll out, and I was planning on it, but I really wanted to because I love Mudvayne.
And we saw that you were their tour manager.
Hmm. Yeah, I tour managed Butcher Babies in 2015.
Oh, cool.
We were out with In This Moment and Upon a Burning Body, and we did like all the festivals and stuff. I've always been like a last minute tour manager because like my main thing is management, but like I started in the business as a merch person, so they're like, well, Mal's a manager and she sells merch, so she can clearly be a tour manager and a merch person. So I've always been like the last minute kind of person. So that's what I was for that tour.
Now, do you like more of the on the road managing or in the office managing?
I would say it's kind of 50-50. They're super opposite. Like they actually have very little to do with each other. Um, it's such a different because like management, you're overseeing like everything for the artist's career, and you're talking to labels, radio people, agents, other managers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're also developing those bands. It's a different thing. Tour management is really just like keeping a schedule, getting paid properly, being on time, arranging accommodations, making sure everyone's happy and not dead and don't leave them behind kind of shit. So it's very different, but I do love touring. Like I love being on the road. I love traveling. It's just a whole different world. If I could do both, I would happily do both.
Yeah, that seems like a lot to be
Fair.
able to try to even manage both of those careers in such a short amount of time, even 11 years. That's not a whole lot of time to have. But I mean, you've had so much experience, so that's very impressive.
I try. I know. I like it. I mean, my first tour, I was 17.
Oh, wow.
My first time tour managing, I was 22. And
Wow.
I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. I was really young when I started. I mean, I'm 31 now, so I've been at it for super super long time. And I've like gone up and down with it. Like I've done a handful of tours. I'm not like a dedicated road crew person. I'm mostly like management and booking and stuff is my main thing that I'm used to doing. But I've gone on tours where I'm also a manager or working for a management company, and I'm TMing, I'm doing merch, and I'm managing my bands back home, and I'm getting like doing booking stuff. Like I've had to do it all before. It is pretty stressful, but I don't know. I can do it. It's just I'm used to always being stressed.
That's what the weed's for. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, I can definitely relate.
Yeah.
In a very different way, because I've never managed anything but him. But
Oh, yeah, man, I'm a handful.
but
I'm a handful. Don't let her fool you.
Aren't you
I wouldn't get
all?
anything. I wouldn't get anything with Glassmate if it wasn't. She didn't fucking.
We are gonna send Cole out, and he is gonna get your piece started. So you want Pantera? Do you have a certain color that you would like the spikes to be?
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe like red or something.
Red.
I don't know. When
Yeah,
I
we
think
have
about
a-
Pantera, I think about red and orange and green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get the scientists working on the tube technology immediately.
Amazing.
We get our name from Tenacious D. If you're a fan of those guys,
What about Tenacious D? I love Tenacious D.
we're named after their two kings persona.
Hmm.
Yeah,
From
I don't have
City
any
Hall, yeah.
delusions of grandeur or anything. We're just we're it's an homage to Jack and Kyle.
I'm like a very I'm such a Jack Black fan. Like I just genuinely feel that, and I feel like a lot of people probably feel the same way, that if I was in a situation where I could just hang out with him, I feel like we'd become instant best friends, like within minutes.
Of course.
And I want that more than anything on this planet.
Well, I'm sure you would.
For sure.
You seem pretty friendly and easy to talk to. So he's the same way. Likes to sing songs, all that good shit.
I love randomly breaking out into song all the time. Like I feel like as if maybe we are potentially each other's spirit animals.
Why did you stop moving? She like a doctor, she was busted. No, 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 no. Close up. We got a bubble.
So I sing Creed to people though, more than anything. So I don't know.
Creed, okay.
Nothing wrong with
Well,
Creed. I love
hey.
Creed.
I love me some Creed.
I love all music. I randomly sing and say movie lines randomly throughout my day, all day. And if it relates to anything that I can try to make it into a funny thing, even if nobody else gets it, if I get it, I'm like, Pat.
Mostly,
Like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Like, I just-
Yep. Just rewatched Step Brothers the other night. So
fantastic.
oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Mhm.
So are you a musician?
I was. That's how I started in this whole wacky world of whatever this is. And I started, like, my mom's ex from a billion years ago. He taught me how to play guitar when I think I was like 8. And like I learned like Smells Like Teen Spirit was the first song I learned, and then what else did I learn? I don't remember. And then I took guitar lessons. I learned like Crazy Train and all that stuff. And I had like an Alice in Chains guitar tab book and a Korn one and a Metallica one. And I have like 11 guitars actually for some reason.
Oh, wow.
And then I became a
11?
bassist. I think I was 12 when I got my first bass.
Nice.
And I was in a bunch of bands that didn't do nothing. No one ever wanted to play the type of like the style of music that I wanted to do. So it just didn't work out. Which sucks because that's what I really wanted to do. Is I really wanted to front a band or be a bassist of a band or both.
Do you
so I
still play?
wanted No, I mean, if I'll pick it up, I have a lot of like muscle memory for it, and I can learn by like ear. Honestly, can't tune a guitar for shit, but I can pick up a song and learn it pretty fast. Typically, at least with bass. Sometimes with guitar.
That's
So I'm
cool.
not like phenomenally talented or anything, but yeah, I used to scream and sing and play bass for bands.
That is so cool.
Well, but
was
sounds
fun.
like me. I did the same thing semi-professionally way back in the day.
It's fun,
Was
man.
never super talented.
It's hard. I mean, It's funny actually. When I was on Shiprocked some years back, um, I got up and I did Bodies by Drowning Pool with CJ from Drowning Pool, and
Awesome.
um, I hadn't gone on stage in like since I was maybe 18 and since until then, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm just gonna scream it, and I did, and there's a video of it, and every time I repost it, people freak out. It's like really funny. People still send me drowning pool memes all the time,
We'll have to
but
check it out.
it was pretty great. And like I got all these people messaging me. I mean, it was kind of shitty, but like it was cool. And they were like, "Man, you should front a band. You should front a band." And like even like Heidi Shepard from Butcher Babies, like before Butcher Babies really kind of blew up, her and I all had like a couple discussions about starting like a side project together and stuff. And like
Awesome.
it would have been cool. I mean, I still think about it all the time, but I don't know. I like building rock stars, so it's cool. It's fine.
That's awesome.
Do what makes you happy, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go. And this is our glass shop.
Nice.
There's Cole getting started.
That's so nifty. I wish I knew how to do cool things with glass and fire.
Ever seen any glass blowing go down before?
I think a little bit, yeah. I feel like I have.
Yeah,
My dad's really into like blowing glass.
Your dad's a glass blower.
Well, he's
Or
into
just
it.
into the glass.
Oh,
He just likes it. Yeah, he's just a fan of it. He had
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, like a lot of blown glass stuff, like growing up, like in the house and stuff.
Cool.
Right
That's
on.
really neat.
Well, what he's got in his hand there is the basic of every pipe. It's called a point, and the whole thing's made out of glass. It doesn't really burn his hand because the heat doesn't transfer all that much. It's a bit different than the shit you see with the big furnaces and the metal blowpipes and all that shit. That's a different kind of glass, and that's where the term glass blowing comes from. Is those big metal pipes they're puffing into. This is actually called lamp working, but that's an unfamiliar term. So people in the industry just always refer to it as glass blowing, but it's the shit that Loudwire is made out of, basically. We have like a whole scientific setup for apparati and mercury diffusers and shit like that, but bongs are a lot more fun. I've been making pipes since fucking 2001, and this little bastard right here can replicate my pipes with just a year's experience, which
That's
is
cool.
pretty amazing. I wouldn't want to say it's just his teacher or anything, but
It's his teacher.
nah, that's easiest thing to make so far. Hoping that he can start making these game pipes. That's one of the things I got in the high times for. We got these propellers that spin when you're smoking through it. Kind of enhances your smoke with either oxygen in a water bong or a game, which is something we're going to incorporate into the show. We have a couple right now that have dice on them, so you would smoke it and a propeller would spin. And there's a game. Well, I should pull I'll pull a video up here when he comes back. But anyway, you smoke out of this thing and a fucking pointer points to an action on a game board. And one is 1 through 6 or 1 through 12 with dice, and you can play fucking board games or anything you use really dice with for that. We have like a Uno type game, but we're thinking some kind of interactive shit with our guests. We still have to design it, of course. So if you got any suggestions as a guest, maybe different trivia pipes, not real sure. But we were thinking about having some kind of game where you could win some kind of elaborate fucking glass piece from us instead of the shit we're just giving away. Make it a little bit more fun for guests to come on. You know,
I want
obviously
another
we're not-
one. Am I gonna get a second one in the future?
I don't know how good's your idea.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll have to think
You never
about
know. If we get to prototyping, you never know.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. That's rad. I dig that.
And then right now he just melded so he's flattening the mouthpiece. So our mouthpieces are flat, and then there's an image etched onto them. So he just flattened he like molded it really good. That's why it's glowing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Our mouthpiece, they're conformed to your mouth, so they're really comfortable. So he's getting ready to make a bullhead, and we'll switch views to this here. We just did Patrick King, art from Lamb of God's Tech. He's a buddy of ours from, the Hell Yeah days. He was Vinnie's Tech, and I had done merch with those dudes for a little while. Luke Fletcher had kind of showed me the ropes on that shit.
Nice.
But anyway, old friend of ours, asked for some advice, and of course, he got fucking blackout drunk. I don't know if you know Patrick or not, but
I don't know if I. Sounds from I might. I'm kind of sometimes I suck at names and I'm better at faces. Like I probably do know him or have met him, and if I do, then I'm sorry for not remembering right now. I'm kind of the worst, but. It's a small industry. We all kind of at least know of each other, I think.
He's the 333 coffee dude.
Not sure.
That's oh shit.
From Rocked Coffee.
Rocked Coffee.
Yeah, he's got his
FM Management. Well, Jeff and Frank have the
Rocked,
Rocked Coffee. Yeah, it's one of it's the Road Dog blend or whatever. He's like it's one of the fucking coffee flavors.
He's a super cool dude. And
cool dude.
Yeah, we just had him on. And we're hoping to launch on Christmas, I believe. So we'll start to put out like an episode every week, I think is what we're gonna do. But yeah, super new, and like talking and being on camera is really new for me. So I am like sweating so bad, and I'm so
Don't
nervous.
sweat.
Like,
It's
oh my God.
you'll get used to it. I tell like all my artists when it comes to like media training, I'm like, just do as many interviews as you can, and like you'll just get used to it. Like I've done so many interviews, like it's ridiculous, and it's like I don't know. It's like it's no different than talking to a person in front of me. I feel like at this point, you just kind of it just becomes like a second skin, second nature type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
I've
get
never
there, I
honestly
promise.
seen her be this nervous with anyone before.
Well, wait, I don't know you, and you're an industry chick, and I don't want to come off as like super prudy or super like just weird or whatever. Just like, but of course now this is just making it worse.
Dude, no, like I am like the most chill, friendly human being you'll probably ever meet ever. Like you're fine. Don't worry.
You're super cool. You're super awesome.
Hey, you're super cool and you're super awesome.
Well, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.
But yeah, we're trying. We have like when we were in High Times back in 2008, when we had originally gone out, we were at a High Times party that Tara Patrick was at. I'm not sure if you know Tara Patrick or not, but we were fans back in the day, and we ended up getting to make her an award. She had come through to one of the strip clubs that was close by, and we got to make her an award, which was really freaking awesome. And so we are working on getting her on, and then we also have Chad's makeup artist coming on tomorrow, as well as, I don't know if you're familiar. Yeah, you guys manage King, actually. Pepe is coming on tomorrow.
Cool.
So we have him, so I'm really excited. And then Mudvayne's hired guitar player, Marcus. I don't know if you know Marcus Rafferty.
We're internet pals. We don't know each other IRL yet, but I'm sure we'll meet at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, his wife, we have her scheduled as well to talk about what it's like to be on the other side of touring and being the home wife and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little bit of a variety
Mental health
of
stuff
stuff.
and all that good stuff.
Yeah, she does a lot of like promotional posts, or I don't know what, inspirational, that's the word. And she just basically like tells everybody, oh, you're worth it today. And she does these really awesome posts and looking for followers. So we're going to have her on. I'm really excited. And then we are possibly, I don't know if you've heard of Michigan Metal Fest, but we may be performing up there this year. He has a stage show that he like performs where he blows glass, and he makes these full-size glass swords. And he does it like on stage. So we're going to be going up to see if that's going to work out logistically here next month. So that's another thing that we're doing that we're really looking forward to.
Cool. That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to link you in on the stage show. We did a giveaway with Tom Maxwell from Hell Yeah. He had a company called Black Goat with Tim, if you were familiar with what they were doing. I was the glass artist that got pulled in on that, and Tom and I were doing some different things with that. And Dean was gracious enough to give like 5 guitars for that to do just different fucking things with. So I figured we'll go out and promote that shit, and ended up really liking doing it. So we kind of refined it, and we're happy to perform it on a stage with a bunch of fire and shit next year. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So
Yeah, that's rad. That's cool. Very nice.
He just blew the bowl and pushed it down, and he is polishing the inside. Go ahead.
I'm actually about to push this down again. Because you want to be able to pack fat bowls.
Always. And then they also tilt it up a little bit so that like when you're smoking for the first time in it, it's like doesn't like blow straight back into your throat. So I think you'll really like the piece. I don't know if you've ever had one of our pieces before. It's a King's piece, but you're in for a treat, I promise.
I'm excited. I haven't, so I'm excited. I mean, I'm actually flying out to LA in like a week and a half, so I'll have to get some supplies for said situation. Yeah.
Where sorry, go ahead.
what do you travel with? Vapes, or do you actually take glass with you?
I usually just take like a vape with me. Recently, like I don't know. I mean, I know it's not like this technically the same thing, but like Smoke Blackcraft, my friends own Smoke Blackcraft, so one of the owners, John Reese. Huh?
We're trying to figure out how to collab with those people.
Oh, they're I could potentially put you in touch and see if it's an option. They're pals of mine. I mean, John Reese is one of the owners, and he's like, I always tell him when I see him, I'm like, you're like my idol. He's the most badass dude. He's responsible for like Mayhem Fest, Uproar Fest.
Been for a long time.
All that stuff. So he's just this badass dude, and now he's involved in Smoke Blackcraft. So he gave me a couple of vapes and like the little shots of like the THC shot things or whatever. So I was taking those, and they're actually really cool. They have like a little inverted cross on them. The packaging is rad, but it's good. And I brought it with me for a couple like festivals and stuff recently, and it does a good job,
Oh yeah.
And you can travel.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying you can travel with anything, and the TSA don't give a shit.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I was asking, where were you based out of?
Currently, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. I've only been here for 3 years. I move a lot. Everybody, like all my friends that tour specifically, when they see me, they're like, "Where do you live now?" Every single time they see me, they ask me that question. But I've lived everywhere. From Florida, moved to Los Angeles. I was there for 10 years. Then I moved to Asheville, North Carolina. Then I moved to New Orleans for a psychopath I was like kind of engaged to. Then I moved back to Asheville, and now I live here. But I'm moving in the new year either back to LA or to Nashville.
Nice.
Yeah.
Either location's pretty dope.
Yeah,
This makes sense. I like Nashville. I mean, LA for me is just home. Like I really grew up there, as an adult. So I moved there when I was a teenager, and like most of my 20s were spent there. So I just feel like that is home to me. We'll see.
Yeah. We've been to LA a few times. We haven't been out to the West Coast since like 2016. So it's been a long time since we've been out there. But I absolutely love visiting LA as long as I'm not driving. Like,
yep.
I think it was is it Long Beach out there? Which one of the beaches out there in LA is absolutely so fun. Of course, I can't.
Hey,
Or
Venice.
Santa Monica
Monica
Pier.
Pier.
That little
Oh yeah, San
area
Marco's
there.
cool. Venice is really cool too when you're
Venice, that's the one.
visiting.
Yeah.
When we were actually doing the Suicide Silence record that we did with absolute king of producing of all things new metal, Ross Robinson, he lives over there, so we spent a lot of time in Venice, like at his house, and it was the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Imagine.
That was so rad. Cause like me and Garza like Garza is such a new metal nerd like me, so we get along really well because we both just like love that shit. So to be around the man who like is responsible for our favorite albums of all time was nuts.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a cool time. That was a 2016, I think. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, those guys were super cool. Getting to hang out with them on the Chaos and Carnage tour. They were extremely hospitable, which was extremely wonderful.
Yeah, all
They
of
were
them.
amazing. Yeah,
Eddie
They
was
were very
asking about a
wonderful.
bong. I'm gonna tell him I'll give it to him when he comes on the show.
Yeah, hit them up. They're the best dudes on the planet. All of them. Can't say anything negative about any of those guys. So, and nor will I ever. So,
Yeah.
Oh, we had the best time. We were there with Born of Osiris and ended up fucking. We hung out with fucking Suicide Silence for the night. We're like, hey guys, we're gonna go hang out with these dudes.
Sounds
They
pretty
were
on
into
brand.
smoking, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We bought a bunch of
sounds about
dab
right.
rigs with us and shit.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah, it was good times. They could hang. You know, the only other person that I've been out with aside from the Suey boys that could smoke that well was Jake Lawson, if you're familiar with that dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake
Yeah,
Lawson's
he
fine.
the amount of shit that dabs that he can fucking smoke is staggering, and he can still function. Like I'll smoke with him, but don't ask me to do anything. Like that motherfucker would still do his job.
Yeah, he still runs around like a boss. It's crazy. But
Yeah, I can't do that in like work, like at all. Like my smoking time is like end of the night when I know no one's gonna hit me up, and then when someone hits me up, I'm like, oh, great. Like last night, the singer of one of the bands I manage calls me to talk about something, and he's asking me all these questions about like publishing, and I was like, well, man, I'm gonna be really honest with you right now. I'm really stoned. He's like, dude, same.
I'm the same way.
I'm like best friends with all my bands, so like we have a really good relationship. So I mean, they're like my friends. Like I can talk to them that way. It's not weird. They're like, yeah,
That's
don't,
awesome.
you know, I can't talk about that right now, bro. Like let's discuss it tomorrow. You know.
Well, it's good not to try and do, you know, get by.
I mean, I
business,
will. Like I'll
right?
try and I'll do some stuff, but you know,
Yeah.
like I have a very high tolerance for everything. Specifically alcohol. I have a ridiculously high tolerance for alcohol, and it's not normal because I'm 5 feet even. Like I'm a small
wow.
human. Yeah, and like people are like, "What is wrong with you?" Oh, an alcoholic
What's your
maybe. I'm
favorite
not
drink?
really sure. Huh,
What's your favorite drink?
bro? Crown on the rocks.
Crown on the rocks. All right.
I'm a
I-
gentleman Jack girl. Yes.
Demon
What's
Jack
your
stick
drink,
too.
Crown?
I just do regular old Crown. I have like 4 different bottles of Crown on my little bar in my place right now. I like Crown. I do like it just on the rocks. Sometimes, like if I'm out and about and I'm like at a show or something, I'll do like Crown Ginger so that because I drink whiskey really fast. It's just so easy for me to drink it. But I like Canadian whiskey. I always have, and I think a large part of that is Pantera related. Honestly,
Oh, of course. Gotta have the
Definitely.
black tooth.
yeah, you know that's the way to go. So that's my vibe.
Hell yeah. That's my go-to. If I can't get the gentleman Jack, it's always Crown. It's
Yeah.
hands down the best like that you can get, especially out because everybody has Jack Daniels, but nobody ever has gentleman Jack. So it's like
That's true. At the festivals backstage, at Sonic Temple or no, Louder Than Life, they always have Gentleman
the-
Jack. So that's one that I go to, or
Yeah,
Blackened.
they have the Jack trailer out
Yeah.
there giving out those fucking pulled pork sandwiches and shit. Yeah.
Yep, they have those too. That's right. Yeah, I like Crown, Seagram's, Jack, and Gentleman Jack, and Blackened. I like, and those are like my main go-tos.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really like a White Claw person. Like sometimes if I'm out like, you know, doing something and they have them and I'm like not trying to, you know, drink a lot of stuff, like I'll drink them, but like I've never once purchased myself like a case of White Claw, you know, like I'm going to drink this tonight. Like that's not my thing, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm more of a
whiskey and Modelo's over
Whiskey.
here.
Yeah. I got Iron Maiden beer in my kitchen right now.
Is it good or is it just a gimmick?
It's not bad. It's like an IPA, this one, because I had the original Iron Maiden beer and I was on tour like years ago and I was like, this kind of sucks. Like it's just whatever. I'm not a beer fan really. I only like beer if it's like I like IPAs when they're not too hoppy and like wheat beers. Like I like things that taste good, you know? So
Yes.
if it's this one's
Makes
actually
sense,
not
yeah.
too bad.
This
Yeah.
here, he's just melting in the spikes, and then he's melting them down, and then he'll put the punny on, and he'll shape it.
Make them all sharp and brutal. We can leave them sharp if you want.
No, we won't leave them sharp.
I left Phil sharp. Phil Anselmo has a spiked pipe that you can fuck yourself up on.
I kind of want to match with him because he's this, but like also
I fucking don't recommend it at all.
okay, well then maybe not, and then I can just tell the story of how I almost matched with Phil.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have like this thing. It's like a little postcard thing that I got in New Orleans before I moved there, and I got it on the street, and it just said it's Phil's face with like a pentagram behind it, and it says Saint Philip, and it's in my living room right now.
Love it.
Have you seen the Metal Grasshopper series?
Yes, I have.
Okay. That's
great.
Love
That's
that.
absolutely fantastic.
Fuck, I love it. Phil Anselmo, when I was a child, was like my sexual awakening. Like I was so in love with that man. Not so much, you know, nowadays things have changed in my life and whatever, but I think he's the coolest, like most brutal dude. I just think he's a badass. I know he gets some bad rap, but I love him. Whatever.
Phil's always been a good guy to us.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good. I've actually never met Phil, which is super weird. Never met him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, a bunch of my friends work for him, work with him, toured with him. Never met him. Don't know how that's possible. But one day I'm sure I will.
Doing another tour.
I'm sure you will.
Get on around there. Hell yeah. It's did you catch the show on the way through last time?
Oh, with the Pantera? Yeah. I cried.
They
I
crushed
cried a
it.
lot.
They did so good.
They did a good job. It sounded good.
They did such a good job. Phil sounded insane. He sounded so good.
Yeah, it did. He sounded great. I get him.
They killed it. I saw him twice on this last one, and I'll see him probably 2 or 3 more times this coming year. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a few friends on the Pantera crew that, you know, work for the band and whatnot. So
Sweet.
it'll be sick.
Well, Charlie's dating
Carla, yeah.
Carla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that until because they were in Pittsburgh this past summer.
Well, when I was tour managing Butcher Babies, that's when they first started dating, and it was not known yet. So we kind of kept it a secret, but we planned a day off. Like my first day on the tour, she's like, "Hey, so we have a day off on this day, and not Pantera, but Anthrax is playing in Michigan on this day. Like, can we arrange it so that we go there?" I was like, "Yes." So that's when I first met Charlie. Was actually with Carla on that tour. I'm a huge Anthrax fan as well.
Dude.
So
Yes.
Yeah. Carla and Heidi were awesome. We got to meet them for the first time this year. We were with Mudvayne at a couple stops, and was talking to Carla. She said that she does like crematory like art, and was looking for 2 specific things. A glass artist that has experience with ashes, and someone that does like adult toys. Like we fucking do both of those things. So,
those are 2 very different ends of the spectrum.
We do so many different things though.
I've been in it for 20 some years. I've been all over the place with different different wild shit. People request a lot of shit, and after you hear it for so long, you start doing those requests, and then you inevitably come across with the things that glass are made out of. But
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Really hope that we get something cool going with her. Love the band. I know Chad's best friends with Heidi and Henry, so that's perfect fit. Really, really looking forward to it.
Totally. I love them Butcher Babies. I was in I actually got my throat in the Lilith music video.
Oh,
You ever seen that? Yeah, I had a blonde pixie cut back then, and so I got murdered in a Butcher Babies video.
Oh, that's
Super
awesome.
dope. Hell yeah.
It was cool. I think I died really well. Personally, I think I did good. I was proud of myself.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
Which video was it?
Lilith.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. It was like we were all just getting murdered in this video, and it was great. It was super
Hell
fun.
yeah. That's super cool.
I kept the dress that I wore for it. It was like we had a bunch of like wardrobe, and I was like, "Can I keep this?" And I never wore it again. But I think it was red anyway. But it was so stained with fake blood. Like I don't know. You'll see. You'll see.
That's so good.
It was cool. Yeah, I think that was the last. Yeah, that was the last music video I was in, actually.
I was just getting ready to ask if you did that a lot for the bands that you worked for.
Never for my own bands, but like other artists. Like I'm in quite a few music videos from when I was younger. I was in a Deuce music video, which I don't want anyone looking up ever. I was in this other video. I don't even remember the name of the artist. And I was in 2 Buckcherry music videos.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done a couple. They're fun. They're just fun. I don't know.
We got to do a music video when we had lived in Phoenix. The Kyle Gass from Tenacious D, he had a band called Trainwreck, and they were filming the song video or the video
Tim
for their
Blankenship.
song. Yep, Tim Blankenship. And we got to be in that, and that was super fun. But I learned that I am absolutely awful. They're like, your only job, don't look at the camera. And I looked the entire time.
That's funny. Oh, that's right. I was in one of Edsel's music videos too. I don't think I've ever even seen that music video. I don't even.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, I forgot about. I was also in the movie What Now. I was like an extra in it. Because my friends put the movie on, the Sumerian Records guys, and I was in the scene where Ice-T and Coco, and I only said yes to do it because a bunch of wrestlers were in it, and I was in the middle of transitioning into wrestling at the time, and made friends with them there. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
It was like an 18-hour day of shooting. It was a lot.
Long day.
For like $100.
But you got to be in a movie though. That's the cool part too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was it a fun day anyway?
Oh, it was cool. It was really cool. I mean, it was just a bunch of my friends hanging out, pretending to drink alcohol in a mansion, my friend's mansion. It was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a good time. Shit.
Getting to watch Ice-T rap 99 Problems in a living room in front of me was a pretty sick moment, for sure. Ice-T is the man. Huge body count fan. Huge SVU fan.
I haven't watched a whole lot of SVU, but I do like, I was back in the day, I would watch CSI a lot. And lately it's been like Forensic Files, Snapped, things like that. So I haven't watched a whole lot of SVU, but I like my murder shows.
Dude, I watch a lot of murder shit, but like SVU by far is my favorite. And one of my very best friends who I recently lost a few months ago, R.A.P. Panjo, we used to watch SVU together all the time. Like he'd come home from his like dialysis stuff and I'd be visiting him and we would just lay in bed and watch SVU, like binge it all day long and like quote everything. So we would just, so for me, SVU is like a little bit more meaningful in that for me. But I love Ice-T because he'd be all like, he'll say such literal things like, yeah, we're only going to take you one place, and that's downtown. And it's like, okay, Ice-T. Like, it's great. It's brilliant. Like, everything about it is amazing.
I made the spikes extremely sharp. I mean, like if you touch it, you're gonna just cut to the
Okay,
bone.
so you can
Oh shit.
cut yourself
Okay,
to
so
the bone.
you have
So you're good to go.
yeah, yours is just like Phil's.
I didn't actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We can smash it a little bit, just a little.
No, I mean unless
Or
because
take, like,
the
a-
only thing that's concerning is that when you're holding it, like your fingers are gonna be there, and like God forbid you'd get bumped or something, you'd like cut yourself. Would be the only
Oh.
bad fall from having the spikes.
That's the only worry is I don't want to hurt myself because when I'm stoned, you know, I'm just not there.
It's so easy to cut yourself
It
on
is
cracked
easy.
pipes.
We had a cut one that Phil got one like that because on the way to barbecue, we dropped it and it chipped and there was no way to fix it.
Mhm.
So we still gave it to him. I was like, this shit's like fucking cut. And I'm like, you're fucking brutal, so it should be fine, you know. And
Yeah.
it's terrible because we had another one sitting here just a few months
I
ago.
think it was an I Hate God pipe.
And it was an I Hate God pipe. And I would get stoned and look for a pipe. I'm gonna pack a bowl now, and I would pick it. I picked it up like 40 times. Didn't learn my lesson. Cut myself. My fucking thumb hurts so bad at the end of the month. I'm like, throw that thing in the fucking garbage, please.
Oh my
I don't
God.
remember why we never did.
Yeah, I don't. Stoned. you know, I
ADHD.
don't know.
Yeah.
Like ADHD. It's a motherfucker, right?
It happens to the best of us, man.
Well, what are you gonna do?
So we play a game, and it is called Is It Metal? And so what we do in our game is we ask you, we'll give you like a random topic, like we'll say like, for instance, we use puppies with Peking, and you tell us why it's metal.
Everything in this world is metal.
Everything is metal. We just gotta find its.
Let it rip, I guess. Let's see what I can do.
You want to try it? Okay. Cool. You go first.
Cardboard boxes.
They're metal because they can hold memorabilia that's metal. That's not good. That was a bad answer.
Judges?
It's metal
doesn't-
to, safely, transport your items to another location. So,
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And it can hold so much more than it weighs, which is super metal.
Yeah, we're gonna accept that it is metal.
Yes, it is metal. It passes for metal.
Yeah.
Your turn, honey.
How about hawks? Hawks are
I
metal.
like hawks.
Why are
Let's go
hawks
with
metal?
hawks.
hawks are just metal because they're fucking hawks. I mean, is there another? I don't think there's another way to really say it, right?
Perfect.
They will
I-
rip you apart.
I think
They'll
I
just
think you said it
destroy your
pretty well.
entire existence in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a good answer.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they're badass. Just in general, they're just badass. Like if Phil Anselmo was a bird, he would be a hawk. You know what I mean?
I feel like
That
I
is
feel like it
fucking
would
metal.
be.
Yes.
Hawks are
That's
fucking
it's
metal.
+2 on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's crushing it. Flags.
Flags are metal because there's nothing more metal about being proud of where you come from.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that. That was so fucking metal.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It works.
That
Yeah.
was killer. Okay.
Curtains.
Curtains are metal because darkness is metal and curtains bring darkness.
She's fucking good
fucking
at
good.
this.
On fire.
I
Ugh.
think that she is officially metal. Almost. I'm gonna say as metal as Phil and Selma.
I'll take that.
I think so.
That's
I
a hell of
think
a that's a damn good compliment.
Yeah.
I would say
Crushing it.
so.
Yes.
I would say so.
Fuck
I'm pretty
yeah.
metal.
Goddamn metal. Mal Levy. Why is
Mhm.
metal? Fucking right there. We
Right
already
there.
know.
There's it speaks for itself, my dudes. My dudes and
and
bros.
the name is pretty killer and metal. So yeah, there's
Thank
that
you.
too.
Thank you.
Do you have any events coming up that you would like to promote?
There's a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, all of my bands have stuff coming up in 2024. I mean, there's even, by the time this is out, I think there's going to be another show that have already happened. But yeah, like Rise Among Rivals, American Dream Machine, and Thirst, more specifically, those 3 bands are all going to be playing a ton in 2024, like tons of shows and festivals. Nothing that I can even announce yet because nothing's been announced yet, but they will all be doing some stuff, working on stuff for Artist Shock as well. Garza podcast. We're gonna have the biggest guests you could possibly think of this coming year, which I'm super excited about. I wish I could even tell you who, but the guests are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So definitely look out for that. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of stuff I just can't announce yet, unfortunately. But they're all doing cool shit. We've got albums coming out. We got singles coming out. We got this coming year is gonna be insane for my roster, like absolutely insane.
Well, we're fucking stoked for you. Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, no, Thirst is already booked through April right now. I already have booked all their. I book some of my band stuff too. Like right now, Thirst doesn't have a booking agent. Like I'm their agent too, so I have their stuff booked through April already. So they're gonna be busy. So yeah, look out for new releases from all my squads. Very, very excited about that.
Definitely, everybody, keep your eye out. A lot of new fun stuff coming up this year.
When I was younger, I always wanted to have like Far Beyond Driven or Strength Beyond Strength or something like that. But now, like, I wanted it as a chess piece. I'm not doing a chess piece anymore. That was like teenage me. You know, Mal in her 30s is like, I don't know. I might do like something down my spine. Like, I don't know, a lyric or a song title or something.
Yeah.
Or because like I got the CFH on my leg, you know, but I want to do something on my arm. I want something visible. I'm very proud of Pantera. I like to rep them hard, so I want to have another visible one.
Just
So
get
I'm not sure
unscarred
yet.
right on your stomach.
Yeah, unscarred right on your
Right?
stomach.
I know. I just fucking, you know, I thought about that too. I've thought about a lot of ones. I'm still figuring it out. But I'm definitely gonna get a second one. I mean, I'm such a fan. Like I've got 31 Pantera shirts so that I can wear one every day of the month if I wanted to.
That is
Fucking
amazing.
badass.
That is so amazing.
I'm such a
I would
nerd,
recommend
dude.
a dime or a Vinnie tattoo if you're gonna go.
Well, that's what this
Pantera.
was to me. Was this Get You Pull, like having Get You Pull and all that is like this is my Diamond Vinnie tattoo because I actually got it the day after
There
Vin
you go.
died, like on purpose for
Aw.
him.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is my Diamond Vinnie tattoo. So I want another one on top of it. I'm such a nerd, dude. I'm such
No,
a
you're
nerd.
not. You're fucking
No,
awesome,
you're
dude.
not. The video for 333 that Hell Yeah did.
Mm-hmm.
We all got 333 tattoos and actually got to be in that music video as a tribute to Vinnie, and it's a pretty big
that's
honor to
cool.
be in it. So
Yeah.
for sure, definitely we'll always rep that shit front and center. And
Definitely.
Pantera is just a huge part of our lives, you know, always has been. I got pictures of me I was like fucking a little squirt smoking joints with Pantera shirts, pretending I was Phil.
Oh my god. Yeah, I had Vulgar Display on cassette.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I had
fucking badass.
when I was a little kid when I would go on these like trips to Maine with my dad and stuff, and there's this place in Portland called Old Orchard Beach that I would go to, and it was basically like a, you know, year round fair thing, boardwalk fair, and I would get these like custom airbrush shirts made. So I had one with like Limp Bizkit's Significant Other. I had, you know, things like that made when I was a little kid, and I had a giant straight Southern Trend Kill Pantera one made. I had to have been, I mean, I would imagine younger than 10. I was really young. I mean, I'm 31 now, so just math. But yeah, I had one of those. I still have that somewhere in storage still, so I guess I have 32 Pantera shirts if you think about it.
Did you get to see Pantera before they broke up, or were you too young?
One time.
What? Oh my
Once.
god, for real?
Kick ass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was Ozfest. It was when Phil was fucked up. But yeah, it was Ozfest. I think 2000, was it 2004 or 2002? I don't know. It was like the end of Pantera.
That's
It was
so
early
cool.
2001, man.
I never got to see him.
It wasn't 2001. I know for a fact it wasn't 2001. Ozfest 2001 was my favorite year though, as in its entirety. It was sick. It was Ozzy, Slipknot, Mudvayne, Linkin Park, Papa Roach, Manson, fuck, OTEP was on it, Black Label Society, Hatebreed, I think.
Wow.
It was a
Yeah.
really good Ozfest. That's
Hell
my
yeah.
favorite one. But I don't know, because I think Pantera did a couple Ozfests, but this was like the last one that they did. This was the end of Pantera. So, but yeah, I saw them. That was the only time I ever saw the original Pantera.
That's so cool.
Well, shit, we'll have to have you do a Pantera show and tell all your shit. God damn.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's a thing. It's a thing for sure.
Did you know Vinnie?
Not well. Last time I saw him though was it's actually I worked the Loudwire Awards one year, and they asked if you had any like requests of people that you, because I was like the talent escort for Loudwire Awards, like make sure that they they do their press, they walk the carpet and all that. And I requested Vinnie as one of mine, but I didn't get him, which bummed me out. I mean, I ended up getting my other friends and like people I worked with. Like I got like John Five. I used to work for Rob Zombie, so like that was easy. But I was so bummed I wanted Vinnie. But no, last time I saw Vin was Chicago Open Air. Hell yeah, was playing, and he was doing his thing, like trying to get a barbecue going for like after party thing, obviously. And he bought like, I don't know, like $500 worth of meat or something like that, you
Oh
know?
my God.
But the fire marshal shut it down, and he was so sad.
Aw.
He's like, I just want to grill some meats for the people. He was so bummed. It was cute.
Let the man
Yeah, like
grill.
yeah. So that was the last time I think I saw him. I don't know what year that was, but
I think that was
I don't know.
2017. when they were in
Probably. I
Denver.
think it
Or
was
maybe it was 16.
Stone
can't remember.
Sour was there. Not Mudvayne. It was Hell Yeah. Stone Sour was there. Lamb of God was there. I remember that much.
Badass.
Amazing
Yeah.
band.
Never met Dime though. I was too, young when he was brutally killed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't know. I've never met Dime either. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have met him.
Yeah, we got to meet
Love
Reese.
his brother, for sure. So this
Yeah,
Pantera,
yeah.
band, we're gonna have Cole go and pan a camera here for her. Show and tell, and we'll grab our Pantera sword that we're gonna be doing something cool with. We got a couple of those deals. We're doing a charity giveaway with Lamb of God for
Switch to the
multiple sclerosis, and with Mudvayne for thinking we're doing fuck cancer. But here's the
Nice.
a Pantera bong. We'll throw a light on that.
There's one behind me.
I like how this podcast is just been like 90% Pantera related.
Oh, that's all right.
So funny. It's very on brand though. Very on brand. So can't complain there. Oh, that's cool. Man, I want one of those. Even got the guitar.
Yeah, all the frets came out. That's all hand etched.
Yeah,
That's
all hand-
nuts. Damn, that's so cool. Listen, my birthday is July 21st, so I mean,
July 21st.
you-
Like, I'm just putting this on the
Pantera
table.
sword, yeah.
I'm just letting you know, just in case.
July
July
21st.
21st. Well, that gives us plenty of time. Shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
When we went to meet them, we went to Hershey to film, and we had this glass for Phil. He didn't get it, but he immediately, as soon as he saw the bong, he immediately like looked at Justin and then looked at himself like, me? Can I have this? And then him and Rex were fighting over which one was taking which. So I don't know if they're doing a charity thing or if they're taking them, but
Oh,
I'm pretty
that's
sure.
so cool.
And it's completely made 100% out of glass.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
Thank you.
That is so rad. Man, I need to hit you guys up for like gifts. Like I need to just be like, yo, I'm gonna pay you money. I have gifts I need made. Like, it's so rad.
This is a voodoo doll that when we were doing the art project with Tom Maxwell that Justin made back in 2021, I believe it was. And it's a waterfall incense burner, and it's all glass, and it's got all kind of detached parts, like the stuff that's sticking out of it, it all detaches. And he's got like little swords and pins and stuff that he made. And
That's
the incense goes
also
right in his
sick.
hat, and he just like what he fills up with smoke, and it comes out his like feet and his belly and stuff. It's really cool.
I also want that.
Yeah, that.
But we're gonna put you together a nice ass fucking care package because you've been
You've been very
a
awesome
great guest
and wonderful to hang
we
out with and get
appreciate
to
you.
know.
No,
we
thanks,
appreciate it.
guys. It's been a
Go
good
ahead.
hang, you know? I like it when it feels like it's like a friend hangout, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.